Hey there, Bright Lake family, it's Ted. I wanted to come to you as we turn the year into 2025 with a market update for you. There's a lot that's been going on, especially since November's election. Coming away from the election, the market started to digest all the new potential economic policy and regulatory policy that'll have effects, of course, on the financial markets. Not to be outdone though, after we saw that initial bump up in the markets, we started to quickly see the markets tick down a little bit and give back some of those gains throughout December. Why is that happening? It is because that since the election, the Fed, Jerome Powell, has met 2 times, and each time he has reset expectations in terms of interest rate policy for the forecast of this 2025 year. And when it comes to the financial markets, 2 huge drivers, of course, are economic policy, but not to be outdone by what we've talked about many times, what's going on with interest rates and fiscal policy. And so after going through all the different notes and meeting minutes that Jerome Powell has released from those Fed meetings, I think it's reasonable to assume at this point that the interest rate decreases that we expected, while they are still on the horizon, are very likely to be slow throughout 2025. And so as the market digested that information, it ultimately didn't love it, right? The markets love when interest rates are going down really fast. It inflates the value of financial assets. And so having to reset those expectations has caused the market to have to, revalue a little bit, which is why we've seen that tip down throughout the month of December. Now going forward, in January and throughout the first quarter here, what we are really keyed in on now that the market has reset those fiscal policy expectations ultimately comes back to the underlying economic vital signs of the United States of America. Very notably, of course, the unemployment rate, our GDP, the production we have as a country, and consumer sentiment and inflation as well. And so really we're keyed in on these things along with the, the earnings reports of the Fortune 500 companies, seeing how they fared throughout Q4 in 2024, how much Americans actually spent throughout the holiday season. We're keeping our eyes on the economic vital signs, and we'll be back with you, of course, as we see more and more of that data be released throughout the first quarter. As always, I appreciate you watching, and of course, if you've got more specific questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are absolutely here for you. We're entirely at your disposal. And I would always encourage you, of course, have hope and a bright future. Thank you.